As a PoE player, you eventually run into a problem, and it all starts with a game. So maybe you want Discord open as well, and Spotify. And then you find a build guide, and of course you need path of building for the guide. Then you want to trade for items, and maybe check the value of things. So yeah, the longer you play, the more things you want to use when playing the game, and you run into the issue of having to manage it all. PoE 2 won't have all of these programs at the start, but I have no doubt that we will very soon have updated tools to fill the void. Having two monitors certainly help, but I believe that the best solution out there is to install a tiling window manager. Komorebi is a tiling window manager for Windows, and if you want more info about tiling window manager specifically, then I have a video about this. Today I will be focusing on how you can set up Komorebi and how you can use it to enhance your experience while playing Path of Exile and other games. So this is what we will be setting up in today's video. And if you don't want to follow the instructions, you can just go to the website of Komorebi and follow along with the written instructions, and you can get it set up quickly. But anyways, here we go. I have my first workspace. I can have my path of building on. Second workspace is for Discord and Spotify. Third is for a build guide. Fourth is for trade site and PoE Ninja. And fifth is for the game. Need to check on Discord or whatever. I can just know instantly how to go there. All I need to do is press Alt 2 and I'm on the right workspace. Or if I want to check the trades, then it's Alt 4. Or check path of building, it's Alt 1. And you have all the workspaces organized already for you, so you can quickly switch between them. That's really helpful, because the more you play Path of Exile, the more tools you eventually end up using. And having a way to organize it is really, really good. Okay, so let's get started with installing Komorebi. We'll go to the Komorebi website and we'll find the instructions to install it. You can use several different ways to install Komorebi, but today we'll be using Winget to install. The first thing you have to do is enable the long path, and you can do that by opening a terminal in administrator mode and copy in that command. This is required to make sure that Komorebi is running smoothly. And then we scroll down and you find the instructions for installing with Winget. And you can just copy this command and open a new terminal. And we can zoom in. And just paste it in and it will run the first command. And just accept everything. And when that is done, you have to run the second command to install the WHKD as well. There we go. We have installed Komorebi on our system. And now let's go back. And once Komorebi is installed, proceed to the example configurations. Okay. And Komorebi has a default example configuration that you can use to get a feel for how to configure Komorebi. And you can just run this quick start command and it will set that up for you. So let's run Komorebi C quick start. And now you see we have generated example komorebi.json, komorebi.bar.json, whqdrc, and the latest applications.json files created. The komorebi.json file is for configuring Komorebi, the window manager, and the bar is basically a Windows taskbar that you can see at the bottom, but it's for Komorebi and it has features connected to Komorebi. WHKD is a hotkey manager that allows you to control Komorebi, and everything else that you can do from a terminal you can do through WHKD. And the applications.json file, that is for programs that need specific rules about whether they should be managed or not. And you don't have to touch that file ever unless you find a program that does not work correctly with Komorebi and you want to fix that for everyone else. So those are the files that are created. Once we have installed Komorebi and run the quick start, we can go back and we can see to start Komorebi, we need to run this command. So let's run that. And there we go. We have now started Komorebi and we are using the default configuration. And we will go over how you can configure this now. Let's start by looking at the key bindings settings file. And you can find that in config/whkdrc. And I do recommend that you use Visual Studio or some other similar text editor to do this, but you can do it in Notepad if you want. But yeah, in here you can find all the different keybinds that are bound by default. Some are commented out, and you can set them up however you want. The most important ones to keep in mind are the focus windows ones. I used these HJKL, and you can move between the windows by using them like this. And then you have the move windows, so you can move windows in this stack or in the grid. And you also can switch between workspaces by pressing Alt +1 or 2 or 3 or whatever. You could also do it by the bar up here. And you can also move windows to another workspace by Alt Shift plus a number. You're free to change these however you want. Just keep in mind that you can't override the Windows keybinds that are default in Windows. If that's something you want to do, then you'll have to use AutoHotkey to do that instead. But Komorebi does not support that. Okay, so that's where you can configure your key bindings. Now, to configure Komorebi itself, you need to configure the komorebi.json file. And make sure that you're in your user folder when you run these commands, because they are located there. And this is how the config file for Komorebi looks like. One important thing to keep in mind is whenever you update Komorebi, make sure that you update the schema to be the current version that you're using. That will allow you to use any new or altered settings by just typing. Like, you will get the autocomplete for them if you keep the settings updated, and it will auto-fetch those for you. Okay, so there are several things that I personally want to change about this, how this layout looks like. And the first is that I want to reduce the padding by quite a lot. So let's reduce that to 0 for the workspace padding and 3 for the container padding. The workspace padding is outside here, and the container padding is between each of these windows. And when you do this with, when you change the padding, you have to stop Komorebi and then start Komorebi again for it to take action. And now we have much less padding. Don't worry about the top bar right now. We'll fix that as well. I also want to reduce the borders to 3, and I want to remove the border offset. So, and there we go. Now we have much thinner borders. And the next thing that I want to change is the workspaces themselves. So right now we have 7 workspaces. I don't want 7 workspaces. I use 5 myself, but you can use however many you want. And I use the BSP layout on all of them. So let's remove all of these and save. Oh, never mind. Don't put the BSP layout on the last one, because that's the one where we will play PathXL from later. What it does when you put no layout at all in a workspace is that when you open a program, let's say the calculator, see, it's now floating, but now I move it to workspace 4 by Alt Shift 4. See, now it's tiled. So if I open up another calculator here, it's again tiled, but if I move it to workspace 5, I am free to move it. So you can put any programs that you don't want tiled there, and the Path of Exile will be one of them. If you have more than one monitor, you can just take this whole thing here, copy that and put it down here, and then you can rename all the workspaces to whatever you want, but let's continue the Roman numerals here, like that. And this will be the layouts for monitor 1, and this will be the layouts for monitor 2. And you can define what monitors are monitor 1 and what monitor is monitor 2. There are a ton of other options you can check out. If you have Visual Studio Code, you can look through here to get some inspiration for what is possible to change. For example, you can set transparency on the windows, and you can set up your own floating applications and ignore rules. If there are certain programs you don't want Komorebi to manage. And I almost forgot that I don't want the mouse to follow the focus, so I will turn that off like that. Because when you move to another window, then the mouse will follow, and I don't want that. But I will need to restart Komorebi for that to take place. Another thing you might want to set up in your Komorebi configuration is initial workspace rules, and they look like these. And that makes it so when an application is started, then Komorebi will automatically put those programs at that specific workspace, so you don't have to manually put them there. For example, I like to put Spotify and Discord on a separate workspace. Normally I have them on my secondary monitor, but now I will show you how it looks like on my main monitor here. First we need to restart Komorebi again, and then start it. And there we go. Started Komorebi, and let's see if I start Spotify and switch to workspace 2, and here is Spotify. Open just where you want it, and Discord will as well be opened on workspace 2, and that's helpful if you have programs that you frequently open but want to keep in a specific workspace. And now we're almost done with the configuration of Komorebi, but let's just configure the top bar as well. So that's in komorebi.bar.json. Let's open that up. And the thing I want to add is the following. I want to add a position. And that is sets the size of the top bar. So when I save this, you'll see it's much smaller now. And that's, I prefer a smaller top bar. And the start position is the top left corner of the top bar, and the end position is the bottom right corner. So it's two coordinates for a rectangle, and you can set that to whatever you want. I prefer it like this. And I also want to remove some, I don't want the storage. I'm not the biggest fan of that, and the network can go as well. There we go. There we go. Now we have Komorebi installed and configured. You're free to explore the options available to you. If you go to the Komorebi website, then you can find several helpful tips here, and some reference for the configuration and the bar, and all the commands that are available to you. So explore this and see if there's anything you find interesting. And Jeezy also has a YouTube channel where he has posted I don't know how many videos about Komorebi, where he has been doing development and also doing setup videos and stuff like that. So if you want more info, just go there and you can probably find whatever you want to find. Thanks for watching, and good luck with Path of Exile 2 tomorrow. Bye.